Here we go. So hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome and thank you for coming to the Marma J Guild community call. Like I put in the chat earlier, we're going to be going through one of the proposals into our DAO first. This proposal is from Muti DAO to rent Bobby's Places. Bobby's Places is a gallery in crypto voxels that the Marma J Foundation owns. Then we're going to be going over a proposal from Nicole. She is a guild member who wrote a blog post about Marma J Chan into the metaverse. You can read it yourself. It's in the Telegram channel. It's also on the forum. Bianca and her are working through edits currently. And then we're going to go through all the wonderful DAO proposals to collect some NFTs, starting with the Marma J Chan Stalker NFT. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to unmute and just interrupt me at any point in time, please. You could also just message in the chat. Bianca is watching the chat more closely than I am, and she'll be able to respond to you and let you know what's going on. So I'm just going to get started. We're going to get through it, hopefully get this done a lot quicker than we have the past couple of weeks. The first week took us like 2.5 hours. Last week took us, I think, a little over an hour, but it should be a bit quicker now. So we're going to get started. So for the proposal to rent Bobby's Places, they were talking about how they had 70 visitors for their last event. They have 4 more streams planned for this month. They actually have 1 stream planned for a couple of hours from now. They have 2 or 4 different concerts going on in Bobby's. They have a streaming calendar as well. So if you, I know it's quite late for some of our guild members, but yeah, if you'd like to pop into Crypto Voxels and see what's going on there, please feel free. They suggested 35 Marma J tokens to, they would like to request 35 Marma J tokens to request for the work in the parcel. I actually didn't read that properly yesterday. So my response was, we will discuss this quickly on the community call tomorrow, so during this call today. But in my opinion, it should be fine to continue renting out the parcel to multi-DAO for another 3 months. Now, usually the parcel rental is 10 Marma J per month. And so if we actually gave Muti DAO 35 Marma J tokens for the next 3 months, we wouldn't actually bring in any income for the DAO. We would be arguably giving out the parcel for free and then getting 5, giving away an additional 5 Marma J tokens. In my opinion, I think we should be trying to eventually have this parcel be a revenue or an income generator, just meaning that, eventually this parcel that we purchased, that we own, should be able to bring some income in to the Marma J Foundation. So, I mean, this, even in my initial post, I'm going to edit it because obviously it's 10 Marma J a month. So I actually think that, Bianca, please feel free to unmute and add to this comment. But I think potentially 15 Marma J for Muti DAO to work on the parcel would seem more reasonable than at least half of the rental fee is covered by Muti DAO having events and working on the parcel, and then the other half of the rental fee Muti DAO would pay for, probably from a grant from the Near Foundation anyways. But feel free to add your comments, Bianca.
Yeah, that sounds great. So I agree with the amount that you said for compensating them for their work. And then what amount were you thinking for them to actually pay for the parcel rental?
30 Marma, it's 10 Marma J a month. So it will be 30
Okay.
Marma J for 3 months.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great.
Let's see. And I guess it wouldn't actually cover it, which it would help cover it. I think the idea here is that the Marma J Foundation is not necessarily trying to pay for all of the work done on the parcel. We're just trying to help and support different groups and projects to build in the parcel. But yeah, the goal is to still be able to earn something and use those funds to support the rest of the Marma J community with their creative projects. So I'm going to move this to approved from our end. So I'm also going to add Marma J DAO here. So I'm going to approve this from our end as a guild, and Tabea from the Muti DAO can work back and forth with us with a specific what they have in mind. I'm actually going to add that here. I have approved Okay. So to me, it's not too big of a deal exactly how much we give out and they pay for the parcel. We do want to keep 10 Marma J a month as the rental amount, just to keep that as a constant. And then the bounty amount is what actually fluctuates. So we also have a blog post that Nicole just decided to write. So generally, when a community member wants to write a guide or some sort of helpful article or create some content for the Marma J community, anybody is welcome to do that. So at any point in time, you can come onto the forums, the near forums, come to the Marma J section, subcategory in the creatives category, and you can write a proposal. You could say, hey, I am really good at using Magica Voxel to create voxel art, and I would like to write a guide on how to download Magica Voxel, how to create some Marma J themed pieces, and then how to upload them onto some NFT platform. That's your idea. Now, generally, we ask people not to write their actual blog post before they get approved, because we might not actually fund all those proposals. But if you would like to just write a blog to try and have it added to our marmaj.org blog, so I mean, hopefully everyone here has seen it before. You have the general marmaj.org website. In this top, you can actually set language too. So if English is not your main language, you can choose from a variety of languages on the side as well. But you can head to the blog, and you can see a bunch of blog posts that community members have written, that Bianca has written as well. So feel free to go through and read through the blogs, but you could also write a blog post yourself. So this is a blog post that Nicole, one of the guild members, has written. I left some comments. Bianca, our content director for the Marma J Foundation, will work with you with different comments about spelling and grammar, adding hyperlinks, editing format, and really help work with you to get the blog ready to go onto our website. And then once it goes onto our website, what we've been deciding is that the total amount will be 10 Marma J as a flat rate to earn for writing a blog post. And then we'll decrease from that depending on how much work Bianca has to do to get it ready for the website. So if Bianca's doing hours and hours of work to get it ready for the website, then we're going to maybe have the payout be 5 Marma J for the blog post, and then 5 Marma J will go to Bianca as the editor. If the blog post is extremely well done and Bianca doesn't have to do anything, then the writer will get all 10 Marma J, and maybe even a bonus as well. Depending on how the blog does, we can look at the analytics, share that. So if you write a blog post, let's say this month, and in 3 months we see it has like thousands of views, we could actually just give a bounty to that person as well through a payout. So in my opinion, we're still working on this bounty. Bianca, I know it has a revision. I would like to kind of go through whether we're going to approve it in general, potentially now. I guess, how do you feel about that, Bianca? Do you feel as though this will get onto our blog in general over the next week? What are your feelings?
Yeah, I think it's a she did a good job with the revisions. I haven't read through all of them yet, but
Mhm.
just kind of looking at it at a glance, it seems like she did make a lot of adjustments that I had suggested. So I think this blog will make its way onto our website this week. And then we might in the future end up reworking this bounty. I think I want to focus on more guides and how-tos that the community could really use. So one of the comments I made for this particular blog post proposal was to add in like more helpful steps so that if anyone reads the blog, they can actually take away a piece of knowledge and learn how to do something themselves. So I do like it and I do want to add it to the site, and I say we get that done this week. So we can go ahead and mark this as approved, and I'll be in touch with Nicole and see if any more revisions are needed before it's added.
Awesome. And the reason, I guess, in my opinion, that we're approving this before it's complete is because arguably there was no actual request for funds in this blog post. I'm not sure if that was the intention, but as of right now, in my opinion, the idea that this blog, as it gets reworked, will be added to our to the website on our blog section, and maybe it'll earn like a for fun bounty, or we're not sure. We'll work with the author to see what their intention was. Now to the fun part that I'm sure most people are here for. So what we're going to do this week is, some of you might have noticed, actually I can pull it up here. It should work here. The Marma J DAO has different members. So Rebecca, who was on our council, also works for the Near Foundation, and their legal team has directed them that people or guilds or DAOs who are receiving funding from the Near Foundation should not also have Near Foundation employees on their council. That makes perfect sense. And so Rebecca has left the council, and we've added Chloe.Near to the council just to keep things rounded out at 3 council members. Now, eventually, we're going to hopefully add more council members. The way this is now is not very decentralized. So we're probably going to look to add 2 more council members. Probably not this year, probably into early next year, but that is part of the plan. And so what's going to happen is, as we go through these proposals, as long as they look good and we're all in agreement on collecting, Bianca is going to go through and vote first. And then I'm going to go through right after this call and vote through CLI, through the command line interface. I think I showed that last time. The CLI is basically using your computer's terminal, using the Near CLI, and you type in what functions you'd like to do. So the reasons we do that is because the UI, the user interface here, does not attach enough gas to the function. It only attaches 150 teragas, and we need to attach 300. So kind of technical, but that is the reason we do it this way. So this vote, proposal number 224, we're going to start from here. NFT ID 33105. Hopefully it's easy to see on my screen. I made it a bit bigger. And that is this NFT here. All we're really checking is that the price of the NFT that we see currently is the same price that we have here listed for the deposit. So like I've explained before, we have 2.5 Near for the deposit. Then we have 0.01128 Near for the storage. Everything on Near takes storage. That's why that's added as well. So we're going to go through relatively quickly. We're going to pull up the ID number, make sure it's the same. Excuse me, as long as it's the same, Bianca will go ahead and vote, and we're just going to go to the next one. So Bianca, have fun. Hopefully we'll be going through this along with us. If you see any issues, just let us know.
Okay, great. So I'm on proposal 221. I just checked it out on my end. It looks great, so I'm going to vote yes.
Awesome. So that one should go through soon. I was going to do this live. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will do this live with you. Let me just Let's have some fun. I'll show my CLI screen. Let's see. Here we go. Share screen. So now you can see my CLI. Clear. So near login, I am going to, I think I already have a full access key on my CLI, but we're just gonna triple check and make sure that it's running. So now that I have this here, I'm just gonna cheat and go back to what I had before. Vote approve. And then as you can see, this was Bianca's old account. So I'm just gonna change this to Chloe. Then vote approve. What was it, 221?
Yes.
221, act proposal. So this is all near CLI is. We're gonna near call, so a function on near, to the Sputnik DAO, act proposal, ID 221, vote approve. We're attaching 0 near, so the amount is 0 that we're attaching to the call. The account ID is chloe.near, and the gas is 300. So I hit enter, it does a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Basically, it doing account.function call. There you go. That means it's done. We just purchased ID 1 of 33,105. I'm going to not share that screen anymore. I'm just going to share the, where is it? This screen. And if I refresh, it should say we purchased. This is all just checking for now. Perfect. We go to owners. It is owned by the Sputnik DAO. So now I will do the votes as we go along. Looks like Bianca already checked this one out.
Yes, so I've gone ahead for a few of them, but I stopped at proposal 224 because there was a price decrease.
Okay.
So I think you might have
price decreases are fine. We did check this last week. And if we send an additional amount of near, it'll refund everything else, assuming it's storage. So just like we put the like 0.01128 as storage, if we send an extra near or extra 2 near, extra 10 near, it'll just refund everything back to our account. So to our DAO.
Okay, so, perfect. So I'll go ahead and vote yes on it, and I'll move forward as well.
So this one, 222, 5 near, looks good to me. I am going to vote on that one as well. Takes a bit longer to vote them all through at the same time, but I feel like the people that are in attendance wouldn't mind seeing their NFTs get purchased live. So I do appreciate everyone coming out. We don't have that many to purchase, so we might as well try and go through them also. This one's 0.03. Let me close this blog page. 0.3. That looks correct. I am going to again vote on ID 223. Looks good to me. And it's really helpful that Bianca is also checking these out before I check them. So I'm just doing a double check. So even for 224, I can see Bianca's already voted it up. So it really only takes a really quick check from me. We can all look at it as a community and say, hey, so this one, actually, this is the one Bianca was talking about. The price decreased. That is fine. I'm actually going to show the NFT for longer instead of showing the random Sputnik DAO. So for this one, the price used to be 7.5. Now the price is 5 near. So the DAO will actually get back. What ID number is this?
It's extra 2 near.
Yes, the DAO will get back an extra 2 near, 2.5 near.
This was actually one of my favorite Marma J Chan submissions. So if you're in the call, the artist who created that NFT, it was really beautiful. So thank you so much for contributing that to us.
I gotta stop closing the Paris link. Yes, this is also one of my favorites. I know Bianca, you love this one as well.
Yes, I love that one too.
So this one's 225. Price looks good. I love the ones that have, first of all, a different description than what we put in the challenge. Also the ones that have taken their own liberty with creating a brand new Marma J Chan. So really appreciate all the creativity people have put into. So JP Arts near, much appreciated. That one is 225. I did say that I was going to actually go through and explain why we collected the ones we did, and I'm doing a terrible job at that. So I will try and do a better job at that now. And again, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, please leave them in the chat. Bianca will read them out, or you can obviously just unmute and share as well. Personally, I love all the ones that, again, so a different description, I enjoy that. And I do enjoy the ones where Near Chan is involved as well. I think it's super cool to play on their friendship together in a variety of ways. And obviously, having fun in the water is always a great time, in my opinion. And we've collected, I think, 2 other NFTs from this artist. And so it's cool to have like different NFTs from the same artist and similar styles, but in a variety of different like themes. So 2 Marma J Chan ones, and 1 was just a Near Chan, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Now up to this one. Let's see.
I'm going to share the link in the chat to our Marma J Chan page. This link, if you scroll to the bottom, you can actually see all of our collection of these Marma J Chan NFTs from Paris. So there's an iframe at the bottom of the page, and you can interact with it. So if you want to see your NFT pop up as we're voting through, feel free to check it out.
Yes, because that will be live. So as we're collecting from here, you'll actually see the Marma J Chan page populate with new NFTs. So thank you very much for creating that as well, Bianca. So I love this one. It makes me feel like it's like a comic character, which is super cool. It reminds me a little of like Batman in some ways. I don't know, but like DC comic character. But I do like this one a lot. So thank you to the artist. Honestly, I love so many of them, and as I've said many times before, I wish that we could collect all of the Marma J Chan NFTs. We definitely have collected most. So Suwichi near, thank you very much for the submission. We've collected most of the submissions, but obviously impossible for us to collect all of them at the moment. Maybe eventually we can go back and keep collecting more of them. I like this collection a lot. There was, I think, 4 or 5 different ones in the collection. We collected one of them last week as well. We'll collect another one this week. I think the price came down a little bit, so we're able to collect another one, which is super cool. I like seeing different like emotional like emotes for Marma J Chan. I think it's really cool to show off like, okay, there's been some, I'll admit, that kind of go against her theme. So like, for example, I thought there was one Marma J Chan, I don't want to pick on anyone specifically, but there was one Marma J Chan that was like evil Marma J Chan. And we did not collect that one. I don't think it was actually in the submissions. So again, feel free to create whatever you would like with Marma J Chan. You are the artists, we are just collecting. At the same time, if your collection goes a bit too far off the theme, we probably won't collect. Again, I enjoy when the description kind of tells you more about the piece. I really did like how this hair was so different than what we've seen from a lot of the other NFTs. And then I like how the description kind of accentuates that and really showcases that the hair is kind of the highlight of the piece. The magical shining of the hair and it glowing is kind of what the artist is trying to show you. So I think you did a great job on this piece. I like how it's just very casual, a nice big smile to show off how happy and radiant Marma J Chan is. So, and then we have, of course, the adding Chloe to the council and Rebecca leaving at times, but it was great to have Rebecca on the council while she was here. Obviously, we need to trust whoever's on the council wholeheartedly, because we have a lot of Marma J tokens in the treasury for the DAO. And so Rebecca's, I guess, probably my oldest friend. And so it was pretty easy to trust her. So it'll be pretty difficult to figure out who's going to replace her. For this one, I loved it. I thought it was super cute. I'll admit, I don't really understand why there's a 4. A 0 would have made sense because, in my opinion, it's Marma J Chan's 0th birthday. A 1 would also have made sense because it's Marma J Chan's 1st birthday. Maybe it's Nir's 4th birthday, but I don't think so. I think it's Nir's 2nd birthday recently, a few months ago. But anyways, I thought it was super cute. And maybe yeah, but either way, again, super cute. I love how Marma J Chan's in the back, just ready to dig in, and Nir Chan's helping out with pouring over the toppings. But yeah, I think it was super cute. Appreciate the submission. And we are about to collect. So hopefully, if you're on this chat, your NFT is in the DAO. We do put all these proposals in the night before. So you were able to see if your NFT was there to be collected. And, if I know it's very late for many of you, but hopefully if you were able to know your NFT is going to get collected, you're able to also have a reason to stay up and see it. So there was 2 here that we did put up for collection. I love both of them. I like when artists play to Marma J Chan's hobbies and activities she likes. Again, I like how the description was a little more than what was in on our website. It kind of went into, she likes to be competitive, but also friendly, right? And like how it helps her as a character, like growing on to the character Marma J Chan. So it improves her flexibility and endurance, but also boosting muscular and bone strength. It's pretty cool. Like, it's pretty unique to go that much further into the character. Like I was saying, we're taking December off of collection for Marma J Chan's, but I know Ashley's here as well. I would love to kind of in the new year potentially move into creating some Marma J Chan. I'll call it lore for now. Some kind of stories behind, what was her childhood like? What is her, young adult life like? Maybe some children's books. Kind of the idea of like, teaching morality or teaching, trying to educate the community through stories. I think is a pretty cool use case of character development. And I feel like the community has already taken Marma J Chan and taken it pretty far with what she does. Even here, like a lovely girl who gets to enjoy skateboarding. It helped her improve her confidence. Like, in my opinion, this could be a start to a pretty cool, very short story about how, like, maybe Marma J Chan just started skateboarding and she wasn't very confident in herself, but by, going to the skate park and making friends, she was able to, learn new moves and, have some, pain tolerance. I will agree with that. I have quite a few scars from skateboarding myself, but stress relief, I think it's skating, down by the river with Mika, our dog, is a great way to reduce stress as well. So I think, some of these ideas could be some pretty cool short stories. We can make them into NFTs with maybe even some of these exact same visual pieces, but with in addition to more of these descriptions, maybe with we could talk to the same artist, for example. So Artaholic, we can talk to you again, say, hey, do you mind creating, a little storyboard of maybe Marma J Chan first getting started? Maybe she has a small fall without wearing her protective gear. And then maybe, after maybe she was, stubborn and didn't want to wear it, but then she gets hurt and then decides, okay, you know what? I'm going to wear my helmet when I go back to the skate park. And maybe just to teach, just a fun little way of teaching the community that, hey, wearing protective gear while skateboarding is a good idea. So in my opinion, it would be great to find cute ways to, just try and educate. And when I say the community, I generally mean just the entire world. So anybody who it would be able to help. And the whole idea is that, yes, we'd make it into NFTs just for fun. These things don't need to be NFTs. My main use case for NFTs is just for, wow, can't remember the word right now. But the idea that the data will last for a very long time. And so I like keeping track of things on a blockchain and it will be there. So this one, again, different emotes. I thought it was really funny. She looks very happy and very calm in this NFT. So I felt, or we felt, Bianca and I went through them this week, that this would be a good NFT to collect for the DAO. Because I mean, for the birthday party we're gonna have for Marma J Chan, we're gonna hopefully have all the NFTs we've collected on display somewhere. And so it'd be really cool to kind of show off. This one, Bianca did not.
Yeah, it's actually owned by someone. They snatched it up last night.
Someone snatched
Yeah.
it.
And I actually, this was one of my favorites out of this week's submissions. I like how it included both of them. The style was very unique, and I when I was voting through, I just saw that someone else collected it. So congratulations to Cryptonics.near. I hope I
Yeah.
said that right. Yeah, it was a great NFT. So
Yeah,
no wonder it
again,
got collected.
yeah, I know. I like this one a lot as well. I think I think, Forever Near playing on Near Chan and Marma J Chan being great friends. You included both the characters in there. I think, again, it's great to have a description that kind of plays, seeing the image is great. You might not, know what's going on, but I think having almost a little, like a little poem added to it. You are the fire in my sleep and the reason I dream. And just for when we're apart, I've got a piece of your heart. Very cute. I always love like the whole like very close friend vibes between Marma J and Near. I mean, Marma J grows and flourishes a lot because of Near. And so, yeah, so this one, we will eventually just remove the proposal probably. Although Bianca, it is apparently on sale for 10 Near now. So
I did see that. So maybe we can
yeah,
discuss this later.
yeah. It's funny though, because we had it to collect for 4 Near. The artist dropped it down to 3 Near and it got snatched. But again, congratulations on the sale. It's always great to see when Marma J Chans got collected from other members of the community. It really shows how Marma J Chan has started to like have a life of its own beyond just this community, the Marma J Foundation. So I thought it was super cool. Yes, they did use the same description. I really would have appreciated personally a unique description, especially because it's an aquatic character. I think you played on Marma J Chan quite uniquely with the visual. But again, I do think the visual is super cute. I think it's very creative. The hairstyle and the eyes popping through. But yeah, great job on the piece. This is 236. We skipped 235, but great job on the piece. I definitely love seeing Marma J Chan like in unique styles. And so, we don't collect all the unique styles, but we collect, I think, a frog and some other animals, I think. Generally, we don't collect. We collect mostly typical human Marma J Chan. So, got to throw in a little wrench in there every once in a while. So this one, I love the style. I mean, I love how again the skateboard being in there, the hairstyle, it looks like real like what black hair would look like, which I think is great. Some of the characters have been not that true to the theme, but I do enjoy that. I think taking a new style on the top as well. So having the yellow on the top be kind of like an over shirt, and then having like an actual undershirt of white, adding some extra vibes in there. And then the logo kind of subtly coming through the back was super cool. So this one was 237. So very good job on that one. Very glad to be able to collect. And okay, so this one here. So yeah, thank you very much, Cyclops.
Just some notes from our chat right now.
Yes.
So Ashley said she's down for lore stories. And then also I noticed proposal number 248, so I'm a bit ahead of you. The
Okay.
price did increase a few hours ago, so I just
Okay.
tagged the artist in our chat. I don't know if you are on this call, but if you want us to collect the piece during the call, please adjust the price back to 1 year since the proposal's already in our DAO. But if not, no worries.
Yeah. So this is the piece. We'll go through it soon, eventually. But yeah, just so you know, it's no big deal. If you keep the price higher, we will keep the proposal in the DAO for, I think, up to 7 days. The proposals last in the DAO. But the proposal will fail if the price is higher than what we send. So instead of having a failed proposal, we'd rather just have it go through. But if you want to keep your NFT priced higher, that is totally fine. Again, some of these have been collected by other members of the community, and you are more than welcome to try and get a higher price elsewhere. In general, though, I know that when on Paras, when you change the price of your NFT, it'll show up again on the on the marketplace, like at a higher position. I totally respect that and understand that. But if you change the price of your NFT from like a Saturday to a Sunday, like from the time when we've put the proposal in to when we're collecting, we're not going to be able to continue collecting. So this one, I know Bianca will like this one, I like this one as well. I know Rebecca also suggested some changes, so really appreciate mzarts.near for making those changes. Personally, I do like the flowers a lot more than the ice cream cone. I think it alluded to the fact that, you know, she was large because of the ice cream cone. You know, arguably, you know, not everyone is, you know, larger because of what they eat. There's a variety of reasons, it doesn't even matter. The point is, just her being beautiful and herself and, you know, fitting to the curvy image of Marma J-Chan. I love it, seeing different varieties of Marma J-Chan. So thank you very much for the edits. And we are going to be collecting it this week. So very excited for that. This one is 239. So yeah, again, having a script for this would have been much easier. For example, if I had a script, I'd be able to just say, like, I could type in the number and then it would automatically just put the vote in for that number. That would be a very easy script to run though. So if I have the, I shouldn't say time. If I have the energy, put it that way. Yes, if I have the energy this week, I might try and create that script. I'm not very good at creating scripts. I've only done it a couple of times. This one, I do like it. I think it, you know, join Marma Jane or Epic Adventures in Near, super, you know, casual. I like how the logo comes out in subtle ways. So like on the top of the show, top of the outfit, you can almost can't really tell. The heart as well. I like when the hearts don't look like hearts right away, but the more you look at the piece, the more you see. So like the stars in the eyes, again, very subtle. The heart on the like, choker, very subtle. So do like this piece. Thank you very much, valor.near, for submitting and for creating and showing your creativity with the community. Very happy to be able to collect this piece for the Marma J DAO. And Ashley, very exciting about that. I generally think it'd be really cool to try and work through, like, I know, again, the students receiving whatever they can receive. So again, like when I was in school, I think pizza parties were like my favorite thing ever. Like pizza Fridays every once in a while. You know, so would love to sponsor, like maybe pizza isn't the healthiest thing. Okay, so I don't know what people are doing these days for events at school, but I still think that would be super cool to have, like, maybe playing true to whatever unit they're already doing in their creative writing, having some like warm up, or maybe the whole class works on a short story together during a random Friday when they just get pizza, hang out, maybe come and go into VR, see the Marma J space to get inspired. Who knows? But so yeah, I like this piece. Again, I think very unique take on the hair. I like seeing like people try new things and experiment. I love the background, seeing palm trees, and I actually love the bathing suit as well. I'm always like curious where these artists get like inspiration from to add these pieces together. But I do love this piece. I think it's very well done. So the Hundi's artworks done here. Very good job, in my opinion. And it'll be our pleasure to collect this NFT into the DAO today. So I think like the one thing that I would really like for the birthday party, in my opinion, I'm not sure how realistic this is, but I would love to get more of like an artist share. So for example, if we've collected your NFT into the DAO, it'd be really cool to get some of you guys, you gals, to share your creative direction, what made you want to take part, where you drew your inspiration from, what program you use to create the NFT. I know some of you only have phones, some of you might have laptops, tablets, some of you might have access to different programs to create, excuse me. So yeah, I'd love to hear more at some point in time. I think the birthday party could be a great time for it. We'll figure that out in December. I like this piece a lot. I do like GIFs personally a lot. I sometimes find it hard to like look at, especially when I'm in a virtual world like CryptoVoxels and art on the wall somewhere. It's really eye-catching to have a piece that's changing color and lots of. In virtual worlds, there's always things that are moving and changing color, and it's very stimulating, sometimes overstimulating, but that's kind of what you can get in a virtual world without, in the physical world, you usually can't do that as often unless you're like in Times Square, New York or something like that. But I do love this piece. I love it as a GIF. I love the board as well with a little Marma J Foundation logo. Seeing all of these Marma J skateboards is definitely giving me lots of ideas for creating some Marma J themed skateboards in the future. I have a friend who owns a skateboard shop, and she does custom designs for skateboards. And so I am pretty sure that we are going to commission her. I actually have a couple friends who do custom designs on skateboards. But okay, so this one, now I'm getting confused. This one was lowered, and the other one was raised.
Yes.
Okay.
And quick note from the chat. So Ashley made a comment. She says, I've talked to some of my students and quite a few expressed interest in writing pieces about love, support, and positivity. We'll give it more thought and would welcome anyone's ideas.
Awesome. That sounds great. We will continue to chat about it. I mean, you know me, I'm pretty chill and casual about most of this. In my opinion, the Marma J Foundation's main goal is just to support creation that is positive. So any way we can do that is great in my book. This one, I love it. I mean, everything about it, I suppose. I mean, the board looks super cool. I love how it's like glitchy a little bit on the GIF. I love how she's winking and she got cat ears. That is super unique. The roses in the back, like there's just so much about this piece that is, in my opinion, so unlike the majority of the pieces we've collected. Very unique. It's almost like her hair looks like a rose as well. I'm not sure if that is a rose. I'm not sure if it was on purpose. But I think it's super cool how like it all kind of vibes together. And of course, the color scheme in the back and the Marma J logo being there on the board as well. The roses being on the board, and most people didn't add the green in. I know it's pretty difficult to add in at times, but I love how the green was pulled in a subtle way. So just great job, Yang831 .near. I think you did a great job on the piece. And that is proposal 244. So I think we're getting there. 15 minutes left. We're getting through the pieces. I think a little quicker than last time. I'm not sure. We'll see. Um, Okay, love this one. Again, very unique take on the piece. I love the kicks. I definitely haven't seen very many different like shoe renditions with lots of detail in the Marma J chants. So like these are shoes that I would want to wear. I mean, like, you know, near logo on the side, pink, purple, a little Marma J logo on the lip, blowing near bubblegum or a near balloon. I'm not sure which one. I'm guessing it's a balloon now that I'm looking at it for a bit longer. But yeah, we're hanging out on the beach. I love how you can't really, again, that's why I love the descriptions. You almost can't tell she's on the beach. I mean, I know you see the palm tree in the back after a while. But again, I like how the descriptions play into the card. It kind of helps me look deeper into the piece as I go. So great job, Kure. If I pronounced it wrong, I'm sorry. Please feel free to correct me as well. Kure.near, great piece. Like the hoop earrings and everything, the hood, the jacket, the pullover. I'm seeing so many amazing clothing items. I feel like some of y'all should get into like clothing design or something. Because your ability to take a theme and then create outfits and clothing simply off of a theme is pretty cool. I definitely don't think I have that skill set personally, but y'all doing a great job with it. So again, this one I think is great. I love the hairdo, the big smile, very punny. Marma J Chan's happy with her skateboard in a skate park near her. You know, very punny, cute piece. I think the skate park is a very happy place to be. So very good job, Cotton NFT.near, 246. And then we're closing in on that one that we're probably going to have to skip over if the price has increased still, which is again totally fine. 247. What's this one? Okay, so I did like this one. Vanengs.near. So I think we're collecting 2 from you. If you're on the call, then great. If not, that's okay. We were a bit confused by some of the other pieces. I will just dig into it real quick. I know Paras can be difficult to work with at times, and so just sharing what we saw, and it was a bit difficult. I mean, I'd like to make it as easy as possible for collectors to buy your pieces. And so for us, this was a bit confusing and it made it a bit hard to judge. So for this one, for example, I did note it previously when you were sharing it in the community, but these two, in my opinion, look like the same piece. I might be missing something. The prices are different and the names are different. Generally, I know that like here I can see the Marma J Chan a little better. Here I can't. So maybe you wanted to remint it because you fixed it. Generally, I would suggest burning the old one, just so that when people go to your profile, they're seeing like a unique NFT of some kind. This one as well. Assuming that there's some kind of difference here, but again, a little bit confused. So actually, yeah. So this one's actually here for a third time. With 2 different names, with different colors on the font, a bit confusing. With these 2, again, the reason we didn't collect, or like because it's a bit confusing, is it 001 or is it 002? These look exactly the same. One's an addition of 3, one's an addition of 1, so maybe you only wanted one of those up. That's totally fine. I would just suggest if you see this in the future, should like maybe burn one of them so that it's clear which ones are part of your collection, and maybe even making a publication. So you could actually turn your Marma J Chance into a publication and have all of them in some sort of order, and that would make it really cool because maybe then we want to collect all 5 of the publications, and that would be really simple. But these 2 had unique titles, so 003, 004. They were unique images. So those are the 2. Your art is great. We love the pieces, and that's why we collected these 2 as opposed to potentially others. So I kind of showed that just as a note to all the artists that might see this. As a collector, it's pretty important for things to be as simple as possible when going to a profile. So there's actually been, not to pick on one person, there's actually been quite a few NFTs where we've gone to a profile, and it's been a bit confusing which NFT are we supposed to be looking at. Like it gets confusing sometimes. So keeping it as simple as possible for collectors will help them understand where they should be looking, where they should be spending their near. And I think publications do a great job at that, making it very clear what other pieces are in a similar theme that a collector might want to collect. So this Marma J-Chan, I just like the style, looks pretty cool. It's generally, description's pretty simple. You know, I think it's pretty cool. I think, you know, it plays in the colors well, and it looks well done as a piece. So not too much in depth to say about that one, but I do think it was well done. And thank you for submitting your piece and your creativity to the community. Okay. Now, okay, this one, I loved it. I think there was two similar ones submitted. I can't remember exactly. I like the rainbow colors come in a little bit. Again, like how the description kind of, again, plays on what you're seeing in the image, kind of giving more detail on who Marma J is. So, you know, for here, we actually never said the age of Marma J Chan. So you're seeing now this is Marma J Chan as a teenager, born to be polite and friendly. She also has attractive eyes and a cute smile. So it kind of shows you where to look. And I kind of like how, again, this kind of shows more about the character, but it says very cute smile, but you don't see a smile in the picture. It makes me want to go to a publication, for example, and see if there's more. So there is a publication here. As a collector, I would click this. So again, I don't see a smile here, but it does make me want to go to the publication, look at more. I think it did a very good job. Eagle.stridge.near. I think you did a great job with the piece, great job with the publication. So thank you for sharing your creativity with the community. It's much appreciated. So yeah, I would suggest to every artist, if you're going to create more than one NFT of the same theme, I would definitely suggest creating a publication, because even if someone happens along your NFT and they don't want to collect that specific one, they might go to your publication and see other NFTs of a similar style, and they might like one of the other ones. I don't think this one's a publication, but we did like both of these NFTs from this creator. So Ramos.near. Again, love the description in here. First of all, love the piece, love the visual act of the NFT, but I love how you added in even the name of the NFT, you know, why the puppy needed to be rescued from a typhoon. You know, Marma J Chan saw the dog was abandoned by its owner. Without any hesitation, she adopted it and treated the dog as her true family. Like, again, this seems like a great kind of NFT that can have a little short story behind it about, you know, first of all, you know, not leaving your dogs. I know you're supposed to like drop everything and run during natural disasters, but potentially not leaving your animals if you can. But the idea also that a lot of natural disasters do leave lots of pets behind. And so just the idea of creating awareness for that fact, but also that after natural disasters is a great time to maybe think about adopting a puppy. If you were thinking about having a puppy or a dog or an animal in your family anyways, that could be a great time to think about it. But again, I think, you know, the dog Poppy could have its own little short story as well. You know, Poppy running through the streets in typhoon, trying to find shelter, seeing Marma J come up and rescue the dog, and then going through that would be super cool. So that's kind of where my creative direction seems to flow for the whole Marma J Chan series or idea, is that eventually we're going to move into more lore type literary ideas behind the pictures. The pictures are great. They're awesome. It's great to see creativity, but I would love to get different types of creators joining the Marma J Foundation so we can create together. Eventually animators. It'd be great to kind of have, like, I think it'd be cool to have like like short animations with Marma J Chan and Near Chan going off and doing things. So I already talked about this one. So very glad to collect. I think these pieces were very well done. So thank you again for sharing your creativity with the community. Most times when we collect, we only collect one NFT per artist per collection period. Sometimes we collect 2 or 3, just depends a lot of times on the price of the NFT and honestly how much effort we think went into the NFTs. Here's another one. Definitely think is well done. I personally love the hearts. I don't know, the hearts distributed in this piece. They look very, they all look a little bit different, which I think is really cool. And just in general, kept true to the Marma J theme. So yeah, love the piece. Thank you very much for sharing your creativity with the community. I know Manny Galoid, probably pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry. You submitted many Marma J chants, so it's been a joy to see all your different takes on the challenge, and it's been a joy to also collect a variety of your Marma J chants. So thank you very much for continuing to submit to the Marma J Chan submission. This is another one by the same artist as before. Loved seeing the work in progress you shared in the chat, and I think it came along very well. I like how the colors you used through it. And again, such a descriptive description. Talking about Christmas coming, talking about how the star is the most important thing when decorating the tree. The star represents light behind the darkness to attract positives and not negatives. This is one of the Marma J Chan traits. She encourages everyone to be happy, positive, and creative. And with that, let's all witness the star Marma J Chan. So it's so creative, in my opinion, going from Marma J Chan being an actual star to her holding a star and then talking about how Christmas is coming and what the star represents for Christmas to the artist. Yeah, just, a lot more than just a visual piece. Love being able to collect it for the Marma J Foundation. And again, thank you so much for sharing your creativity with the community. So again, for any artist that's creating or submitting, the visual aspect of the NFT is great, but I do think it's also very important what you write in the description as well. I mean, this data, this data stays on the blockchain forever. So on Mintbase, the written description does stay forever, which is why for our next creative project for Marma J, it'll all be on Mintbase. On Paras, they use IPFS. If you don't know what that is, basically it's like almost like BitTorrent, where a bunch of nodes host the data. But if you don't access the data for a long period of time, it could disappear. But still, I think it's very important to have a cool literary element. So I think it's also cool sharing, how many entries you've done. Potentially doing it in a publication would be more efficient. So for example, just saying, this is in my publication, you kind of go here, you see the third one. But yeah, she's skateboarding, doing some cool tricks. All of my Marma J artwork has a content of skateboarding. I think, again, very great job here, Prenex Arts, because you're showing the collector that there's at least two more Marma J Chans with her skateboarding. And so if this one's sold out, or if maybe the price is too high on this one, or if someone's like, oh, this one's cool, but I want to see others, or maybe if someone's like, I love this one, I want more, they can go to your profile, see the others, and have a chance to collect. So I think that's a great idea to kind of showcase right there what else is available to collectors. I personally love the piece. I think you did a very good job with it. So thank you very much. And looks like we're only going to be like a minute or two over the hour. And we're getting all the collections done in the stream. So it took us 2 attempts before this to try to get it working out well. But I think we're pretty much there. We're able to talk about the pieces. We're able to collect them live during the call and have a little bit of a discussion as well. I'd like to have more discussion personally. But yeah, so this one, I think the cousin of Chameleon, I can't remember your actual Telegram name, but I love when family members are coming to the community together and getting being created together. So Nicole, the person who wrote the blog post earlier, is actually the cousin of our other Axie farmer. So we have two Axie Infinity farmers who are cousins. That's how they got into the Marma J community and started doing things on Near as well. I love the fact that you're bringing your family in. That's awesome. And we are going to be collecting this one in this week. I don't think Yasuo, I'm probably pronouncing that terribly, I'm sorry, YasuoArts.near. I don't think you submitted your coding Marma J Chan into the submission form. Maybe you didn't know you could submit both. You can submit multiple submissions. You can submit 50 if you'd like, as long as they're unique, they're yours, and they're NFTs. So thank you very much for sharing your creativity with us. Thank you very much for bringing your family members into the community. That's what Marma J Foundation is all about, spreading love, positivity, support to anyone we can. But in my opinion, first and foremost, we should be supporting ourselves, our family, our friends, and then seeing how we can support the wider community from there. So awesome job. Thank you very much for sharing. And you got your submission in just in time. I'm pretty sure you submitted this like an hour or two before we cut off the form. So congrats on getting in. And there is the collection. So I'm going to go, that was the last one. There was this one here, which was for 2 Near, which is above the price that we had for it. I know Bianca already reached out to you. We're going to keep the NFT. So this is the proposal. I'm just going to share it in the chat, the actual proposal, so it's easy to find for us later.
Yeah, feel free to reply to the message I put and put it there.
Yes, I will do my best. I know people have been sharing their pieces during the call. I'll look at them later. Dwayne, I know you said you had to go a long time ago. And you're welcome to everyone who submitted. Okay. Oh, there it is.
12:35 p.m.
Yeah, found it. So when a piece increases in price during the call, we leave the proposal open. So this proposal will stay open until it expires. We will leave it up there. No worries. If the price lowers to like 0.5 here, for example, without the artist even seeing it, we will try and check on it and throw the proposal in later. But that is it for the collection. I can actually pull up the treasury and you will actually be able to see all the Near tokens and how they left our balance. So, So you could actually
the treasury. Sorry to interrupt. Ricky's also on this call. I noticed you hopped in. So hi, yes. Ricky.
Hey, Ricky. Glad you could make it to the call. We hopefully will get. I know Ricky has some ideas as well for how to fix this treasury page.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Sorry, apologies. I was definitely late joining the call. No, yeah. So on that front, I definitely have some ideas on how to make at least the financing reports on a weekly basis a little bit more easier to kind of consolidate and pull the data. But yeah, going forward, we should definitely see all the ins and outs of our tokens for sure. So
awesome. Thank you very much. So if anyone ever wants to try and look through what's happening here, this treasury area shows everything that's happening. So you could actually see all the refunds we get back from Paras. So as I've said before, when we submit these payouts to buy NFTs, we actually send 3.5 for the NFT. Then we send 0.01128 for the storage. And then Paras comes back and sends whatever's left over. So if we sent an extra Near, Paras would send back 1.0054 back to the Marma J DAO. These amounts here that go back, so 0.19 Near is leaving the Marma J DAO after every proposal. That's because Chloe.near, if you could see on this page, Chloe.near was the proposer for all of these proposals. And we have a bond of 0.01128. 0.19 near. So anybody who submits a proposal to the Marma J DAO has to actually put up 0.19 near into the DAO as a bond. If we say, hey, this is spam, right, the DAO will keep that bond. So please don't spam the DAO with proposals. We will keep your near, and it will not help you in any way. So what the DAO does is after a successful proposal, it'll give back that bond to the individual. So Chloe.near got that money back. I can actually show you here. Chloe.near, this is my near wallet. You can see I received 0.19 near, I received 0.19 near, I received 0.19 near many, many times because I continued voting on proposals and they passed and I received back my 0.19 near. So I think that this makes this pretty difficult to look through because there's certain things here you should be able to filter through. Like for example, because like it's always net zero, paying a bond and receiving the bond back, it probably doesn't need to be in this, I mean, in this main transaction sheet, fine, but we should be able to filter and only see everything aside from bond receipts and dispersals. That's probably not the right way to say that. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Definitely, we don't need to see the ins and outs of the bonds. It just kind of is a net zero at the end of the day. So
exactly,
sure, when we do pay out the tokens for the NFTs.
Exactly, and then also being able to filter by contract. So being able to see only what was, given to x.paras.near would be great. That's actually what we gave and spent on NFTs. What we received back from paras.near, I guess, is helpful because that's going to affect the total amount. But again, we should be able to see what was the net amount in a certain period of time that went to Paras and came back from Paras. But anyways, I think what's really cool is being able to see this part right here. And you can see that all day we had the same amount of near. But then just now, over the past hour, after every single proposal, I wish there was more granularity here as well. 24 hours is too big of a time scale for me anyways. But you can see how we decreased in near slowly all the way down. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the NFT collection, for the call in general. I know that there was many different comments shared. And again, thank you so much, Bianca, for sharing the link to everything we've collected. Ooh, look at that. If anyone has any questions, concerns, comments, I'm actually going to share or start showing the link for the NFTs we've collected. So to me, it's super cool how instant this is. We can see all the NFTs we've collected. Eventually, we're going to allow token holders, the Marma J token, to decide which ones of these we should put back on sale, where we should send NFTs and stuff like that. But it's really cool how you can go through, you can see all the different Paras NFTs we've collected. I think there's been well over 100 already just from Paras. So thank you so much to the community. So many, there's been like, different near droids, like toy packs, different, near and Marma J-Chan together at the stadium in a cheerleading outfit. So awesome job, everybody. The very first Marma J-Chan we collected, what was that one? This one right here. So MZ Arts, congrats. You are our very first Marma J-Chan collected, and we've collected many, many since. So much appreciated to everyone in the community. I am going to be ending the stream now. Until next week, we will do one last official collection next week for Marma J-Chan. So please try and get all your submissions in before Saturday. Okay, so we cut off the submission Saturday so we can actually go through everything. We will be going through all the submissions from the top of the sheet. You do not have to resubmit your old Marma J-Chans. If you resubmit your old Marma J-Chans, you'll be at you'll be worse in line. Okay, so we go to the older ones first, then we work our way down. to the newer submissions. And if we don't end up collecting your NFT, your Marma J Chan, does not mean we didn't, we still appreciate your creativity. We still thank you for sharing. We've only got about 100 near left to collect with. And so we have a budget. We cannot collect everything, but we definitely appreciate it. You're very welcome, Adrian, and everyone else who said thank you. I agree, Ali, the artwork is beautiful. And I hope you all have a wonderful sleep. Get to bed. I know many of you have school tomorrow. It's up late. Get some sleep. And we'll be here in the chat to talk tomorrow. So thank you very much, everyone, and have a wonderful day, evening, night, morning, wherever you are. Okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone.